Why are they changing so fast?
I don't know, just pick one.
I can't, it's too high now.
I thought it would stop here.
It is happening again.
Everything is going up. We cannot afford this.
Please just make it stop.
I cannot keep up with this.
We need to buy it now before it goes up again.
For a century, shopping was just beautifully simple. You walk into a store, you look at a price tag, and, well, that's the price. Everyone pays the exact same amount.
Right, there was a baseline of fairness there.
Exactly. But today's e-commerce landscape has, completely reverted back to a digital bazaar where that static price tag is just gone. So welcome to this deep dive. Today, we're taking a stack of economic analyses, FTC reports, and global regulatory case studies to really uncover how dynamic pricing has evolved into personalized surveillance pricing.
It's a huge shift.
It really is. Our mission today is to figure out how algorithms are customizing the price tag on literally everything you buy and, how governments are responding. So, okay, let's unpack this, because shopping online today is basically like haggling with a merchant who already knows exactly how much is in your bank account and exactly how desperate you are to buy.
Yeah, that structural shift is just massive. I mean, we used to have basic dynamic pricing, which was just a tool to smoothly shift demand.
Right, like offering cheaper food delivery during off-peak hours, right?
Yeah. Exactly. Just to keep restaurant kitchens busy, it was really about broad market efficiency. But what's fascinating here is the pivot to what economists call first-degree price discrimination.
Okay, what does that actually mean for the buyer?
Well, instead of just reacting to broad market trends or supply constraints, the algorithms isolate you into a market of one. The entire goal is to extract the absolute maximum that you specifically are willing to pay at that exact microsecond.
Wow. And here's where it gets really interesting, because you have to look at the data brokers pulling the strings. The FTC actually just launched a 6B study, meaning they are using their legal authority to compel companies to hand over internal data.
Yeah, they're finally looking into those opaque middlemen powering this whole shift.
Right. Firms like MasterCard and McKinsey, they are harvesting hyper-specific data to enable this surveillance pricing. And they aren't just looking at basic demographics anymore. They track your exact mouse movements.
Oh, the behavioral tracking is wild.
It is. If your cursor is frantically darting around the page, or hovering over the discount code box for 5 minutes, the algorithm mechanically flags you as a desperate buyer.
Yeah, they know exactly when you're most likely to cave.
It's basically a store clerk reading your diary before quoting a price. But, hold on. Let me push back here for a second. Isn't this kind of customized pricing sometimes a good thing? If an algorithm sees I'm a broke college student, couldn't it offer me a lower price than a millionaire? Why is this inherently bad?
Well, in theory, maybe, but that's just not how these systems are actually deployed in the real world. I mean, they aren't doing charity, They are maximizing extraction.
So they just want the most money possible every time.
Precisely. And this totally shatters the psychological contract between the buyer and the seller. There's this behavioral economics concept called the dual entitlement theory.
Okay, I've never heard of that. What is it?
It basically says that you, the consumer, will accept price hikes if a company's operational costs go up. If fuel costs more, we fundamentally understand why shipping costs more. That feels fair.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's a justified increase.
Right. But when prices surge purely based on your demand without the company's costs changing one single bit, consumers view that as a profound betrayal of fairness.
Oh, absolutely. And that sense of betrayal triggers massive public backlash. I mean, just look at the Wendy's digital menu disaster recently.
Oh, man, that was quite the fallout.
It really was. Their CEO casually mentioned rolling out a $20 million digital menu board system that could, test dynamic pricing.
Yeah.
And people completely lost their minds. They thought, wait, I have to pay surge pricing for a burger just because it's noon.
Yeah, the PR disaster there was catastrophic. And you see that exact same consumer outrage exploding globally, especially in live entertainment. Look at Ticketmaster.
Oh, don't even get me started on concert tickets.
Right. In the UK, fans queuing for the Oasis reunion tour were suddenly hit with these wildly inflated in-demand prices. And in Mexico, dynamic pricing for a BTS concert abruptly drove ticket prices up mid-checkout, while the system literally crashed.
Mid-checkout, that is just infuriating.
But it's awful. But if we connect this to the bigger picture, global regulators are actually stepping in now in response to these fiascos. The EU rolled out the Omnibus Directive, which is a law that legally mandates companies must explicitly disclose if an AI is personalizing your price.
Okay, so at least you know you're being profiled.
Exactly. And in Mexico, the Consumer Protection Agency, Profeco, enacted strict reforms banning mid-checkout price inflation altogether.
So what does this all mean? Why should you care about any of this? Because, well, this is directly targeting your wallet right now. Like an investigation into the grocery delivery platform Instacart showed that these AI pricing algorithms could potentially cost profiled consumers up to $1,200 more a year.
Wow, for the exact same groceries.
Yes. Same food, same store, just a completely different price tag based entirely on your personal data.
Which, this raises an important question. If corporate algorithms eventually perfect the ability to predict our absolute maximum willingness to pay based on our personal data, will the very concept of a sale or a discount completely disappear from the economy?
That is a terrifying thought.
It is,
Wait.
because if that digital merchant reading your diary already knows exactly what you will pay, well, the haggling is over before you even walk up to the bazaar.